Namaste and a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Stuti, an energy healer, philosopher and an erratic yogi. So, how are you all doing today?
Great.
Superb.
Fine.
So we're on a live video here. We have live audience with us. So come on. We all must sound more alive, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Why don't we start with laughing out loud, and that'll help us enliven our energies. So I suggest what we're going to do is, and I think all our online friends, hi Reshma, that's amazing you're here online today with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with laughing out loud. Now you must have all heard of the laughing Buddha. Just put your bellies out and put your arms up like this, and you can sit down if that's your comfort position, or you can stand up. I'm going to stand up because I find that much better, but just to explain you, that's why I'm sitting like this right now. So put your arms up and laugh out loud, the loudest possible that you can. If you're at home, just don't be embarrassed or ashamed, and then start off. So I'm just going to stand up, and I'm sure you can hear when we do that. We've already done our exercises for the day, and now we're doing this. And even if you've not done your exercises, this in itself will open up our chakras and make you ready to take in the divine energies. So hi Navneet, thank you for joining in. We begin. So please, and just bend down your knees a bit, and now laugh out loud. Very good. So why do we clap our hands after this is because, we have been, a lot of times when we go out to attend functions, we do so many things, we clap our hands, but we really don't know. Let's clap our hands again at that. But we don't know why we clap our hands. So clapping hands actually disintegrates negative energies. And that's the reason it is done. And most of the times when people perform, it's done. There's so many energies out there that once you clap your hands, there's more positivity into the room after that. So great, that's how we start. And I'm sure, don't you feel the room is more alive now?
Yes.
And how about your energies? How do you feel?
Oh, absolutely fragrant and nice.
Super.
Great.
So we are all born and reborn to feel more and more alive, to live, and to live not only better, but to celebrate life and to live life to its fullest. Which is why the idea is to live it up and to lighten up. Also, let me tell you that I'm making you all lighten up today because today's session is rather heavy. With the massive shifts in the energy and the full moon of Gemini that happens once in a blue, and actually they call it the blue moon, not because of the color of the moon is not blue, but it's because it comes once in a blue. I felt it's optimal time to reflect, to recognize your other self. And so pardon me if you find this session heavy, but be open, be receptive, and take in as much as you can take. Truth has many levels, so see what you derive out of it. Let us begin with a little, with giving in our reverence to begin with. So with complete reverence, respect and love, and with absolute faith towards the Supreme Lord, all those present here and online, I'm extremely grateful, and I am extremely honored and truly humbled to be here with all of you today to share a few words. Words have an enormous power. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Our thoughts give true power to our words, and what we think and say tends to manifest, and words repeated collectively have more vibration, more power. So let us begin with taking in a deep breath Do it 3 times. And as you do that, exhale out all your restless thoughts and emotions, your stress energy, your tensions. Get ready to absorb the divine energies. Hi Anshul, long time. Now between our last session and today's session, much has happened, both in our personal lives and the world over. Many events have occurred, many disappointments, many good things, many celebrations, many positive experiences, many atrocities, many deaths, births and rebirths, many exchange of words, both good and bad. So let us bring in a change in which you choose a pattern which is more difficult than easy. A pattern in which you can condition yourself to see the beauty in all. Beauty in yourself and in others with humility and full clarity. Let us all open our hearts to the apparent appreciation of opportunities and blessings we have. Let us focus on what went right rather than what went wrong in our lives. I know it's a bit difficult, but we can try to do that. So let us all together affirm, and let's begin with my favorite invocation, and it'll be great if you all in the comfort of your homes and here can repeat the affirmation after me. So please repeat. I am not the body.
Not the body.
I'm not the emotions.
I'm not the emotions.
I'm not the thoughts.
I'm not the thoughts.
I'm not the mind.
I'm not the mind.
The mind
The mind
is just a subtle instrument of the soul.
is just a subtle instrument of the thoughts.
I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence,
I'm a spiritual being of the divine intelligence,
divine love,
divine love,
divine power.
divine power.
I am one with the higher soul.
I'm one with the higher soul.
I am
I am
that I am.
that I am.
I am one with the divine spark within me.
I'm the one with the divine spark in me.
I'm a child of God.
I'm child of God.
I'm one with God.
I'm one with God,
I am one with all.
one with all.
So you can say I'm one with all.
I am one with all.
Great. Now, like a green bird, I was just looking at one outside my yard. Like a green bird, when sitting on a green tree in complete humility, it merges with the background, not only to enjoy its nectar, but to become one with the tree. And with this thought in mind, let us invoke the divine blessings of Grandmaster Chua Kok Sui and his teacher, Mahaguruji Meling. For their profound teachings, let us invoke the blessings of Divine Father, Divine Mother, all the spiritual elders, divine gurus, great sages, rishis, avatars, for the priceless inspiration. The holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, energy healers, and spiritual helpers. We humbly invoke for their great, great blessings. Divine light, divine guidance, divine power, divine love, inner healing, emotional and physical healing, prosperity, protection, and abundance. In full faith, so be it, so be it, so be it. Hi Ravish. Hi Rajat. Nice to see you online. Now I was just thinking out loud. If you leave, for example, the stove open when you move out of your homes, what happens? Can you tell me what happens?
It can catch fire.
Yes, it may cause the house to burn and perish. And if left open for too long, what happens?
It flame dissembles.
Yes, and so we use our logic and we switch off the stove before we leave our homes. And that is why, it is always Better to be safe than sorry. Then why do we intentionally let the fire of malice, hatred, negativity, anger burn within us? Our mind, our emotions, despite its apparent dangers, is always filled with so much fire of hatred within it. Before I go on, I'll also like to highlight that what you see, for example, in this mirror might seem to you like your reflection, or actually it's my reflection in this mirror, but what you are seeing is not really you, or for that matter, what I'm seeing is not really my reflection. It's a little tricky, but I'll elaborate as we move forward. So to elaborate a little on this, if you pour salt in ice, what happens? It melts into water. In losing its association with its original identity, water then can merge and blend and unite easily with the higher streams. Same way, when we pour divine spark into our ego, it loses association with its current identity. And it merges, it blends, it unites with its true higher self. Like they used to say when we were little kids, I go, you go, me go, we all go. Why have ego? Yet all humans have ego. Only the degree varies. We are all imperfect, striving to become perfect. You see, when you look into a mirror, what you see is a reflection of you, your physical form. It is just like when you drive a car. I know you drive an Audi. For that, like I drive a Beamer. What about you?
Mini Cooper.
Perfect. What about you?
Honda City.
Super. So what happens is each one of us, whatever car you may drive or ride a bicycle for that matter, whatever, your physical body is much like a car. You maintain it well. It carries your soul from place to place. It is but just a medium. It is the soul that gives life to the body. The reflection in the mirror is not the driver or the soul. It is just the car. It is not you. You are not just the body or the form. Your body is like a temple that needs to be taken care of with good thoughts, good food, and good words. What you have been associating yourself with, opinions you've been holding on to so tight and getting so attached to, are not even yours. Everything is in a constant state of flux. World is transitory. We sleep, we wake up, we expand, we contract. Our cells get activated and inhibited. Our emotions get congested and depleted. We cry, we laugh. The seasons constantly keep changing, from dry to rainy, from summer, autumn, winter. So do politics and economies, from inflation to recession, our physical bodies, our moods, our states of mind, come to think of it, and our relationships. Pains and problems too are like hurricanes. They come, they go. Why do we get so attached to the highs and the lows of life? Our senses, our five senses, are all living in fakeness, in deception, to stay associated with familiar situations. It is this familiarity that breeds contempt. The reflection we see is of our ego, which is delusional. It is the opposite of humility. Adolf Hitler had once very candidly quoted, "If you tell a big enough lie and then you tell it frequently enough, it will eventually be believed." The yin-yang of life tells us that nothing is completely good and nothing is completely bad. Let us unmask the mask and cease to judge, ridicule, criticize, or condemn, and see that God made everything perfect. If we see hatred and imperfection in anything or anyone, it is a mere reflection of our thoughts and has nothing to do with truth, nothing to do with reality. What you see in others is a reflection of you, just like a mirror. The more you focus on the negatives, the more tendency they have to get magnified manifold times, not only in them but also within you. You are what you see in others, and therefore look for the good in others and remember to always appreciate yourself too. No matter how wonderful your beloved is, roses always come with thorns. Difficult people are here to help us gain everything and lose nothing. The more attention we give to the negatives of another, the more animosity, hatred, pessimism, and negativity will grow eventually within ourselves. Hi Nora, I'm Maria. Long time. Thank you for joining in. Ego or ahankar, like they say in India, I love that word, thrives on power. It thrives on attention. Power in wrong hands becomes destructive for humanity, and in the right hands it becomes constructive for humanity. I heard, those laser guns. So laser guns, for example, I hear can kill people, and laser therapies at the medical hospitals can give life and cure those suffering from cancer, nerve pains, and major eye issues. We go on reflecting ego of another like a mirror, and the more attention we give it, it spreads like a viral or a contagious disease that is never ever satiated. You attract all the negative qualities within yourself that you see in others. Let us, for example, look at what is happening not too far here in America today. President Donald Trump is what he is because of the collective consciousness of all of America and the world over. He's constantly bombarded with negative media attention and scrutiny, and is discussed in every home today around the globe. This power of attention has been collectively given to him by all of us. People sitting glued to their television sets at home get restless, angry, moody, and spiral up their energy into fear, tension, depleted, weak, and judgmental thought forms all the time. And all this inflates his ego evermore. We are not the world leader like President Trump is, yet we are the first to point fingers at him. Ego loves to get a boost and doesn't care whether the publicity is negative or positive, as long as it is getting the attention. It falsely makes you believe you're invincible, all-powerful, better than all the rest. It doesn't let us see with clarity. It is immature and it instills a lot of things in us. So I have a board here. Do you mind reading out loud what ego instills in us?
Fear.
Yes.
False
Can you
pride.
be a little louder? So our Geeta, hi, thank you for watching. So our online viewers can also listen.
Fear, false pride, greed, anger, jealousy, retaliation, vindictiveness, insecurity, arrogance, stubbornness, dishonesty, gossips, selfishness, self-guilt, self-criticism. It loves to give itself more importance than it deserves. It loves war, belittling, threatening, and making others feel weaker. It shows more than it does. It enjoys emotional drama and sapping energy of all those around. It really thrives. It really thrives to perhaps impress all those that are around.
So as you can see, ego asks and asks and asks. An inflated ego gets. And as it gets more and more inflated and more convinced of its association with its fake delusional identity. It makes you believe you're entitled and get away with anything, and you keep on feeding it. The reason you hate him so much is because he reminds you so much of you. The consequence of this anger is more dangerous than the cause of it, my dear. Whatever you fear and worry about, you attract. You are your own pain and pleasure. You create your own reality. You are your own misery. We are culprits of our own doom and gloom. Hi, Gagan. Nice to see you online. We need to stop giving power to what doesn't serve us. He is not what you think he is. You are what you think he is. Talking negatively of others stops you and others from developing. We are not greater than anyone else. The world is changing and evolving today. So is he, and so are you. Why be so closed, stuck and blocked? Transform, untangle and awaken. Let go of your ego, for our ego doesn't define us. It doesn't have a center. Let's applaud each other for coming this far. People who seem difficult are the ones who are frustrated of holding on to their fears and tears. Let them cry one last time before they dry. Let them not hold on to the grudges. Let them forgive you all. If you all collectively resolve, are you all right? Sorry. We can do some healing while we do the meditation. So let them all forgive you all. If we collectively resolve to take this attention away from him, his ego will deflate and come crumbling down. We are allowing it to have power over our life. Dwell not on the problems and issues, but in the pleasures and joys of life. Be watchful of your thoughts and emotions before you send them out into the universe. Look within. Look within, and if you see any goodness in you, treat him with the same goodness and be in gratitude of him for being your leader, your guide, and in this stage and age, give him reverence and respect rather than negative publicity of hate and shame. If you see with the positive light of awareness, he too will seem nice. Whatever you dislike about him, you vow that you will never be. Wanting his bad is like wanting your own bad. Today is his turn. Tomorrow will be yours. It's time. It's time to trump up your cards. Raise your bar. Raise your acceptance bar. Raise your tolerance bar. Let go of your ego. He is like a giant, divine, godly mirror, globally reflecting what we are giving back to us. And so we must bow to the divinity in him. He is in a way doing God's work by helping us see ourselves and our thoughts. He is here to spark that personal change, that awareness within us, to bring out our good qualities and help us rid ourselves of our mistakes, our weaknesses, to evolve us, to wake us up from our dream. He has been here. He's come here to send. He's sent to us by the Lord, I believe, for the purpose of testing our emotional and our spiritual muscles. Let us shift our focus, letting go of resentments, hatred, grudges, pain, self-delusion, anger, longings, regrets, and fill ourselves with wise thoughts. So can you read what wisdom equals? I have put that on the board here. Wisdom equals
appreciation,
yes,
gratitude, forgiveness, kindness, generosity, self-control, self-discipline, purification, wisdom, honesty, faith, self-realization, contentment, peace, divine love, joy, satisfaction, compassion, innocence.
And also understanding, mercy, calmness, positivity, courage, faith, gratefulness, and of course, acceptance.
True. Thank you, Anandya and Sadaf, for joining in and listening to us. So, as you can see, all the positive things that come in wisdom. Ego is illusionary. It has false sense of self. It is something we believe ourselves to be. It is when we meet with our true nature and embrace our true selves that we see the oneness in all, and that leads to pure, unconditional, infinite, everlasting bliss. We realize our struggles are not us. It is instantaneous healing when we turn our mind and understand that change in the outside world cannot possibly occur until we change what is happening within ourselves. Let us instead bless him and see the positive in him. Let's try be supportive, loving, empathetic, and of service to him. Enjoy the journey like a calm, reactionless river. The river goes with the flow. It goes around the obstacles and it seems thoughtful of those who are downstream too. It stays content and beautiful. So let us go and bless him to do it right. Keep the faith and be detached to your opinions, your old beliefs. Thrive to become the opposite of what qualities you don't like in him and in others. Be accepting, be encouraging, be understanding. This war is between you and your ego. It is telling you to dwell within and realize who you are. Just because you have got your foot in the front door doesn't mean you've got the lights on. Hereon, begin to unsee what you think you see. When you come to believe that everything you believed so far is false, it is then that your veil is removed. Just like a snake sheds its skin, we shed our lower qualities too, so that our inner light can eventually shine. Your war with yourself is finished. All inner dialogues that no longer serve you get silenced. You detach, you observe, you merge from the limited to the unlimited in you. And then you realize you're not separate but one with all. Your higher intelligence, your intuition would develop. You witness heaven on earth. It can only be attained through recognizing the oneness of God in all. Because by bowing to the divinity in any of his creations, you are bowing to him. God is equally present in all beings. Development and wisdom, the heart, is the way to true wisdom. For the heart chakra to develop, we need to see the divinity in all, even in those who test our patience, even in those who dislike us and take our peace away morning and evening. No one is higher or lower in position. It doesn't matter whether you are the Prime Minister of a country selling chai or scrubbing floors in people's home. You are merely temporarily playing a part in the drama of this life like a stage actor to the best of your ability. Your over-attachment to your role is stopping your growth and the growth of another. Your challenges, your tests will help your spiritual growth and your growth for that matter in all other levels. It'll help you evolve. Oneness with the Absolute is achieved through peeling of the obstacles within the body, mind, intellect, and ego. It sure does require a lot of patience. And as Gandhiji had quoted once, it's almost like emptying an entire sea with a blade of grass. The power of truth is that it always travels against the wind, but completely worth trying, isn't it, to reach an ever blissful state. It is time we need to fight with ourselves, our selfish desires, our thought forms, our old beliefs of who we are. Time to fight with hatred brewing within us. Time to destroy all forces that are destroying us. We have become like fish eating from its own self-created net. Giving up is no longer a choice, my dear. We have to learn forcefully. Wake ourselves up, if need be, to seek that bliss. The knower and the known are one. Enjoyment and the enjoyer are one. You melt and dissolve like the river into the ocean. You are no longer bound, limited or attached, worried or concerned. You realize you are full, not a part. You are limitless, abundant, rich and formless. You always know where you came from. Twin heart meditation empties you and then it fills you. And it fills your inner vacuum with divine energy. And as we continue with the purifications, as you connect with yourself through the healings, and I'm here to help you with that, and the practices, we tend to realize that our true self is beyond our self-created ego. We are like a dewdrop in the vast ocean. Our crown chakra gets more and more activated. We stop playing hide and seek. All hatred ceases and gets replaced with divine love. Always be in gratitude of life. Relax, renew. You're just in time because we are now going to start with our meditation in a bit between. You've just missed the talk, so you're most welcome to join us. Sorry, we had another person who joined in. So relax, renew, and regenerate. You are what you think. So during meditation, try not to let the body fall asleep. And if you feel like sleeping, I suggest what you can do is shake your body a bit without disturbing those around you. And meditate. If you're in your house, you can meditate in fresh air to stay awake, because when you're breathing in, it's more likely in the fresh air that you'll stay awake and alert. And that is important not to sleep, because to attract God's attention, you must try to practice with loving devotion. Now, what I request you all is to close your eyes, smile, and think of a blissful moment. And while you do that, I want you to open the palms of your hands like this. So during the meditation, please keep your palms open, uncross your hands, your legs, and be in complete receptive position. We'll begin in just a few moments till you've, sat in comfortable position and gotten ready. Thank you.
This is Master Fa Ko Sui. Let us invoke for divine blessing. To the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, we humbly invoke for divine guidance, divine love, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine help, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. Connect your tongue to your palate. Recall a happy event. Take your time. Re-experience the exquisite feeling of sweetness, of tenderness, and of love. You are smiling. You are filled with love and happiness. Very gently and lovingly, smile at your heart center. Your heart center is a being of love. Gently and lovingly smile at your heart. Say words of love and sweetness to your heart. Wait for the response. Can you feel your heart center responding with love, with joy and bliss? The feeling is fantastic. Recall another happy event. Re-experience this happy event. Smile at your crown center. Your crown center is a being of divine love. Say words of love to this being of divine love. Lovingly and gently smile at your crown center. Wait for the response. Can you feel your crown center responding with divine love and divine sweetness? We are going to bless the earth with loving kindness. We will be using the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Raise your hands with your hands facing outward. Imagine the earth in front of you, the size of a small bulb. Be aware of your heart and silently repeat after me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Feel the inner peace within you. Allow yourself to be a channel for divine peace. Feel the peace within you Let it flow through your arms, through your hands. Gently and lovingly share this peace with the small earth in front of you. Feel the peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Feel the love within you. Allow yourself to be a channel for divine love. Feel this love within you. Feel this love flowing from your heart to your arms and to your hands, going to the small earth in front of you. Bless the earth with peace and with love. Where there is injury, pardon. Allow yourself to be a channel for divine forgiveness, divine reconciliation. Bless the earth with the spirit of forgiveness, the spirit of reconciliation. Let there be understanding, harmony, and peace. Where there is despair, hope, doubt, faith. Allow yourself to be a channel for divine hope and divine faith. Bless the earth with hope and with faith. Bless people who are having a difficult time. Bless them with hope and with faith. Silently tell them, you can make it. Bless them with divine hope, with divine faith, with divine strength. Blessings be to all. Where there is darkness, light, sadness, joy. Allow yourself to be a channel for divine light and divine joy. Bless the entire earth with light and joy, especially people who are sad, people who are in pain, people who are depressed. Fill them with light and joy. Be aware of your crown, the center of the crown. Imagine the small earth in front of you and silently repeat after me. From the heart of God, let the entire earth be blessed with loving kindness. Feel the divine love and the divine kindness. Let the entire earth be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace, with goodwill and the will to do good. Imagine people are not only talking about doing something good, but actually acting out this goodness. Blessings be to all. Be aware of your heart, your crown. Simultaneously, imagine the earth in front of you. From the heart heart of God, let the entire earth, let every person, every being be blessed with divine love and kindness. Imagine golden light from your hands going down to the entire earth, filling the whole earth with light, with love. From the heart of God, let every person, every being be blessed with divine sweetness, with divine joy, with warmness, tenderness, with inner healing, with inner beauty, with divine bliss, divine oneness with all. Gently put your hands down, imagine a brilliant star on your crown. Look at it gently and lovingly, and silently chant the mantra Om. Lovingly meditate on the brilliant star and simultaneously chant the mantra Om. Be aware of the mantra Om. Meditate on the interval or stillness between the two Oms. While meditating on the interval or stillness between the two Oms, be aware of this brilliant light. At the interval between the two Oms, there is stillness. Be aware of the stillness and be lovingly aware of the brilliant star or the brilliant light on your crown. And let go. continue with your meditation. Relax and let go. Very gently return to your body. Gently return to your body now. Gently move your fingers. Raise your hands on the chest level with your palms outward. Imagine the earth again. We are going to release the excess energy. Let the entire earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let the whole earth be blessed with peace, order, spirituality, abundance, and prosperity. Let every person, every being be blessed with happiness, with good health, with spirituality and abundance. Blessings be to all. Now gently be aware of the base of your spine and your feet. Imagine light going down into the earth, 3 meters or 10 feet. Silently say, let Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine power. Let Mother Earth be blessed. Let Mother Earth be regenerated. Blessings be to Mother Earth. To the Supreme God, we thank you for your divine blessing. To my spiritual teacher, all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, we thank you all for your great, great blessings. Thank you. You may gently Open your eyes with a big, big smile.
So how does it feel?
Divine.
You can tell yourself, my mind, my emotion, my body are being cleansed. This is a good way to do self-healing. You can say, they are assimilating the divine energy. My chakras, meridians, and every cell of my body are being cleansed, energized and healed. I am being made whole. I am being healed. I willingly and gratefully accept the divine healing and energy. So, it is said that 7 people doing twin heart meditation together, like we're 7 of us sitting here today, it has the energy, it has the force of generating the divine energy of about 100 people. So you can just about imagine how much group meditation has the power, and then there's so many of us even online doing the meditation together, so it's much more than 7. And so that's the amount of love and light that is spreading through doing it together. Since it's a very opportune time, and I said it's happens to be the Gemini full moon, it is very important for all of us to do the great invocation. So before I continue with the healings as I promised, which we'll do after the session, let us do the great invocation. It's very important. So let's say, from the point of light, from within the mind of God,
From within the mind of God,
let light stream forth
let light stream forth
into the minds of every person,
into the minds of every person,
every being.
every being.
Let light
Let light
descend on earth
descend on earth
from the point of love
from the point of love
within the heart of God.
within the heart of God.
Let love stream forth
Let love stream forth
into the hearts of every person,
in the hearts of every person,
every being.
every being.
Let love
Let
descend
love
on earth.
on earth.
May the world teacher
May the world teacher
return on earth.
return on earth.
From the center where the will of God is known,
From the center where the will of the God is known.
let purpose
Let purpose
guide the will of every person.
guide the will of every person.
The purpose
The
which the
purpose
holy masters
is to the masters.
know and serve.
Know and serve.
Let goodwill
Let goodwill
and the will to do good
and the will to do good
descend on earth.
descend on earth.
From the center which we call the human race,
From the center which we call the human race,
let the plan of love and light
let the plan of love and light
work out,
work out,
and may it seal the door
and may seal the door
where evil dwells.
where evil dwells.
Let light, love and power
Let light, love and power
manifest the divine plan on earth.
manifest the divine plan on earth.
Now let us pay our respects to grandmasters and the masters, all the healers, spiritual helpers, all the powerful beings who have supported us in our meditation today. It was rather powerful. The archangels, the angels, and let us thank them and send them golden light. As I said, angels love golden light. So let us resolve to honor ourselves also by staying awakened and staying non-judgmental. Hi Sanjay and hi Norma, so thank you for joining in. Now, with the help of the Supreme Lord, let us all bless the universe, the solar system, all the continents, all the countries, the cities, the towns, the villages, and the communities that we live in. May each one be blessed with clarity, spirituality, acceptance, energy and calmness, with confidence, with honesty, with harmony, with success, abundance, power, faith, positivity, with gratitude, with lots of kindness, humility, balance, with a lot of comfort and with a lot of love for all. Let us express our gratitude to our parents for all the care, the unconditional love that they give us, for all the blessings and for making our lives so comfortable. Let us thank our teachers for the priceless lessons. Let us be in gratitude of the countries that we live in. Let us bless the organizations we work for. Let us send loving energy to our minds and the books that we study. And let us bless all our books. May our children, our siblings, our relatives, our friends, our extended families be blessed with lots of kindness, service, peace, goodwill, caring, sharing, and loving attitude. Most importantly, may our homes be protected. May we be filled with strength, prosperity, and inner transformation. May we be blessed with awareness, power, and a lot of dynamism. Let us thank the Divine Father, the Divine Mother for all their invaluable guidance and the shielding that they do on us. And I thank all you beautiful people today for joining me here. May each one of you in every situation be filled with peace and joy. And may the Lord bless your relationships with warmth, tenderness, and divine love at all times. Atma Namaste. Also remember to please exercise before you get on with the day. Thank you.